So I got some pretty good stuff for you guys today, so let's just jump right into it. On Tuesday, someone messaged me and said, "It's not the biggest leak, but Fire Piranha Plant is coming to Mario Tennis Aces." I said back, "Cool, where/how did you hear that?" Now, I had never talked to this person before, so I had no reason to believe what they were telling me, but I was just polite and continued talking to them. They gave me some more information that they had supposedly heard, and then they said this. We continued to talk about Mario Tennis Aces, and they said, "I haven't picked it up yet, but I love it on GameCube, so I'm sure I'll get it eventually." And then they said, "Anyway, I'll let you know if I see anything cool around E3 time. I'm the mystery leaker who posted about Daisy and Ridley on 4chan last year." Now, again, at this point, I had no reason to believe this person, but I do remember that 4chan leak that had Daisy and Ridley on it. I believe it's this one. It says, "All previous characters will be in the game, 3 new characters announced, Inkling, Daisy, Ridley, a bunch of old stages return, Bomberman is an assist trophy for some reason instead of a character, all maps have Final Destination and Omega layout, title is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, release date December 7th. Now, I'm not totally certain if that particular 4chan post is the one that they're talking about, but, they're saying that they did some Daisy Ridley 4chan post before E3, so yeah, it might have been that one, maybe some other one that got lost in the shuffle, I don't know. Doesn't really matter because there's no way of really proving it, but that's what they were saying. That's what they're saying who they are. Again, I had no reason to believe this person yet, so I just kind of took the information they told me and kept it to myself. Until I woke up this morning and we got Fire Piranha Plant in Mario Tennis Aces. So Mario Tennis Aces has announced Fire Piranha Plant, very specifically calling the character Fire Piranha Plant, the same name this leaker told me it would be called. And we also got shown off Dry Bowser. Now, they didn't say anything about Dry Bowser, but still guessing at Fire Piranha Plant, not just Piranha Plant, but Fire Piranha Plant, is pretty significant. So after I had seen Fire Piranha Plant coming to Mario Tennis Aces, something I hadn't heard anyone else talking about except for this leaker, I immediately went over to my Discord and I wrote up everything that leaker had told me, and I posted it at 7:36 a.m. this morning. That's Eastern time for me. So here's what I wrote. I wrote, "Claims to be the mystery leaker who posted about Daisy and Ridley on 4chan last year. Fire Piranha Plant is coming to Mario Tennis Aces. Now proven true." So this is what they got right. "Not totally certain on the details, but VR mode coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for watching replays, possibly in version 3.1.0. Northgard is getting ported to Switch. Cadence of Hyrule might have a June release date. DLC/update coming for Just Shapes and Beats called Just Shovels and Knights." And then here's a quote from them speculating. "Honestly though, if I had to bet, I'd say Erdrick and Banjo get announced at E3. That is just their speculation though. They say they do not know the Smash DLC right now." And then I posted a small image of our conversation where they tell me that Fire Piranha Plant is coming to Mario Tennis Aces. So after that, me and my Discord were just talking about whether or not Fire Piranha Plant was something that had been leaked somewhere else potentially. Maybe this person heard it somewhere else, or if they were the first place anyone had ever heard it. It was the first place I heard it. I wasn't able to find it anywhere online after they told me. So we were just kind of debating whether or not this person was actually the person who leaked Daisy and Ridley on 4chan, or how credible they possibly are. And then a few hours later, we got this posted over on Twitter. So this is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate bot. It's over on Twitter, and it tells us the specifics of updates. It data mines them and tells us what we're going to be seeing. And here's what it says. It says, "Line news, start time, Friday, May 31st, 2019, 1 a.m. UTC. Expiry time, Wednesday, July 31st, 2019, 11:59 p.m. UTC, line 00. VR mode is now available. A whole new perspective on the Smash action awaits. Line 01, you can play VR mode using the Toy-Con VR goggles sold separately." VR coming to Switch in version 3.1.0 is exactly what that leaker told me. And I posted it this morning right after I heard about Fire Piranha Plant coming to Mario Tennis Aces, and that predates when the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 3.1.0 datamine told us VR was coming. So this person knew it a couple days in advance. So after that, my Discord decided to call this person the VR Plant or VR Plant Leaker. Hopefully this person is telling the truth and they are the one who leaked Daisy and Ridley early on 4chan, because it's possible they could repeat that, and they are still in contact with me, so hopefully as they hear more news closer to E3, I'll hear about it. They were very clear with me that they do not know the Smash DLC. They don't know any of the characters. Anything they say about them is just speculation. And if they do find out anything concrete or anything for sure, they will tell me and let me know that, this is for sure. Sabi over on Twitter also posted this a little while afterwards. It says, Northgard is coming to Switch, which was something else that this VR Plant leaker told me. I messaged Sabi about it, and they had heard that from someone else, so we now have two people matching that up, so that seems pretty likely, considering this person that I'm talking to, the VR Plant leaker, guessed both Fire Piranha Plant and VR coming to Smash. It's likely Northgard is in fact coming to Switch, and Sabi is hearing that from someone else as well, so yeah, it's kind of all corroborating evidence, probably leading to that being true. If I end up hearing anything more from this VR Plant leaker, I'll be sure to make a video about it immediately and let you guys know what I've heard. Okay, so now on the subject of version 3.1.0 coming out, I heard this really interesting theory over on Reset Era, and I haven't really heard anybody talking about it. It's something I sort of already covered. I mean, it's like the same idea, but it goes a little bit more in depth, so I want to read a little bit of that theory for you guys. So the theory is called tournament theory, and here's a brief explanation of it. Someone suggested the possibility of this upcoming patch including balancing changes that would normally come with the 4.0 update, so that they can show off the next DLC character at the E3 show floor, and or the tournament on June 8th, without giving the players an entirely new game patch aside from the new character. So essentially the idea is that the 3.1.0 update may have some balancing patches that'll get us ready for when the next character gets released, so that it's not so jarring. The balancing patches have already been there, it's just the character that comes out with 4.0. Gamatsu had reported surprising Dragon Quest news teased for the June 10th due issue of Weekly Shonen Jump, and I was speculating that because the June 10th issue comes out the day after the World Championship tournament for Smash, that maybe we'll get a character revealed there, and then the Shonen Jump's Dragon Quest news would be featuring basically Erdrick, who potentially had been revealed the night before at the World Championship. Here's a more in-depth look at tournament theory from Mondo Omega. It says, I'll go more in-depth than my previous explanation on this page. Before the announcement of 3.1.0, people were already speculating that they might reveal and feature Erdrick during the upcoming Smash World Championship. But a major concern was that using 4.0.0 might alienate the players in the tourney, as they would have to adapt to the balance change featured in that update on the fly. 3.1.0's announcement and release this week helps create a solution because we know it will feature balancing changes. The update is coming under 3 weeks before more are expecting the next fighter to be revealed/released. Both of those things don't seem to make sense in combination with each other unless you take the tournament into consideration. This wouldn't be the first time a minor update happened before a major one out of necessity. Update 2.0.2 was pushed out 2 weeks before Joker just to add compatibility for Wave 3 of the Ultimate Amiibo, as those were releasing in the coming week. A character reveal before a tournament technically isn't new either, as Roy and Ryu were revealed in a Smash presentation shortly before the Nintendo World Championship in 2015. To summarize the theory, Challenger Pack 2 will be revealed before the tournament and will be playable during it. 3.1.0 is happening to give players in the tournament time to adapt to the balancing changes that would have been in 4.0 proper. So that's pretty much tournament theory, basically saying that potentially Erdrick could get revealed at the Nintendo World Championship. It's something I had already talked about based on what Gamatsu was saying about Shonen Jump having some surprising Dragon Quest news on the 10th, the day after the World Championship tournament in Japan. But now we have a little bit more backing that up, coming from the fact that 3.1.0 is being released so close to when most people are assuming we'll probably get some update at E3 or possibly a character released. Okay, so now some somewhat sad news for fans of Rayman. Over on Twitter, someone wrote, "We need him in Smash Bros. As well." And Ubisoft Support France replied, "Thanks for reaching us. We hope that someday he will be." So while this isn't an outright deconfirmation of Rayman getting in as a playable character for DLC, it's one of those things where the company, if they had some sort of non-disclosure agreement, probably wouldn't say something like that. The fact they said someday, they hope someday he will be, seems like he, isn't currently, or isn't current plans to have him in Smash. Rayman is already a spirit in Smash, so if you're on board with the idea that spirits do deconfirm characters for potential DLC reps, then him being a spirit basically already had him out of the running for a DLC. DLC spot. So this is basically just a soft deconfirmation of Rayman. He could still potentially happen. I'm just really doubting it. So maybe the best we'll ever get is that weird thing where the ice spike on the battlefield stage kind of looks like Rayman's frozen in there. It's so bizarre. I can't get over that. It's really weird looking. It really looks like Rayman's in there, but it, I think, is probably just a trick of the light there. But man, it really does look like Rayman is frozen on the battlefield stage. So another interesting thing that got announced is the Xbox Game Pass is coming to PC. I made a video a while back about how the Xbox Game Pass might be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and if the whole Microsoft and Nintendo collaboration at E3 rumors and stuff, like Master Chief Collection, possibly Rare Replay coming to Switch, and Game Pass possibly coming to Switch as well. This could be gearing up for that. If the Game Pass is coming to PC and E3 is so close, maybe Microsoft will announce that it's coming to Switch. Next up, Vergebens said something pretty interesting. He said, to sum it up, it was through someone that a tester claimed it, but the timing of when they heard it combined with the datamine not having Steve makes it very suspicious and has been ever since. You see what I mean? Unless Steve was actually worked on, then scrapped to later be DLC and picked back up on post-launch during the DLC cycle for the Fighter Pass, that is the only way to ever make sense of that tidbit of info back then getting out if was real and happened. The funny part is how that could even have been a fabrication, and yet Steve still winds up being one of the Fighter Pass characters for all we know. The popular person can't be named for obvious reasons, but that has been the only thing that made me take Steve getting in seriously, assuming they weren't duped too, which could have happened. The Minecraft boss was a mix of actual information a source had jumping the gun, assuming it was in at that point as the content during the first data mine. So basically just Vergebens being a little doubtful about Steve and where the Minecraft content stuff and everything was coming from. That last bit about the original data mine, I believe what he's talking about there is sometime in November when people were data mining Smash before it was even out, Vergebens came out and said that the Minecraft content was going to be a boss. And then I'm not totally positive about this, I couldn't get an actual source for this, but I think if I remember correctly, Rathalos in the data for Smash was called like End Dragon, and there's Ender Dragon from Minecraft, so potentially someone had mistook End Dragon for Ender Dragon in the data, told it to Vergebens, and Vergebens came out with, oh okay, well the Minecraft content I had heard about, it must be this boss, this End Dragon boss, and probably thought it was Ender Dragon, but it was actually just Rathalos. I'm pretty sure that's what he's referring to. And then my final bit of info for today is about Super Mario Maker 2, and it's some sad information. So I had heard a bunch of people saying that the mystery mushroom that turns you into all the different Nintendo characters, like you could use your amiibos to unlock different characters for this mystery mushroom, is being taken out of the game, which is a bummer, but I kind of understand. Because the game is focused on multiplayer, you can't have all the characters, say, transforming into Link, because then they'll all be the same sprite, and you won't be able to tell who is who. So although I'm bummed about that, I really like amiibos, I like the mystery mushroom, I think it's a really cool thing. I do understand why they would potentially have to cut it. However, I'm not so forgiving about this next piece of news, which is online play in Super Mario Maker 2 is limited to randoms only, meaning you can't play with your friends online, sharing friend codes and stuff. You can still share maps that you've made with friends, but you can't play online multiplayer with friends. You have to just play with random people online. Now, this is just a rumor for now. Supposedly someone heard that from a staff member at Nintendo, and staff members at Nintendo can be wrong. So this poster over on Twitter wrote, @ToadsAnime, stupid if true, but event staff should not be cited as sources. They frequently do not have additional information outside of public knowledge and are often wrong. Nintendo reps told me ARMS was motion only. It isn't. So yeah, that one's just a rumor for now, but I really hope it isn't true. Playing with friends online was something I was really excited for this game, and if you have to cut things like the mystery mushroom to add multiplayer, then I expect multiplayer to really be the focus and to have, every feature you would want in multiplayer, and playing with friends online is honestly kind of a no-brainer feature I would want. Okay, well that's everything I got for you guys today. I'm really excited about this VR Plant leaker who got Fire Piranha Plant and Mario Aces right, got VR coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate right, and potentially was the person who posted about Daisy and Ridley on 4chan before E3 last year. So I'm hoping this person can do that again, and hopefully they'll be able to give me some Smash news early. That would be really awesome. I also really like Tournament Theory. I was already talking about the possibility of getting a character revealed at the Smash World Championship this year, but yeah, I mean, if 3.1.0 is indicating some balancing patches and why they would do that shortly before potentially releasing a character, which I think a lot of people think will happen at E3 or close to E3, yeah, it could be because a character is getting released at the Nintendo World Championship. So a lot of stuff lining up for that. It doesn't necessarily have to be true, but I'm pretty on board with that theory. I think it's fairly likely to happen. So what do you guys think about all that stuff? Do you think this VR Plant leaker is legit? I mean, I did have him tell me Fire Piranha Plant a few days before that got released. I then posted publicly about Smash VR, and a few hours after that, we got confirmation that is in fact coming in 3.1.0. So yeah, I mean, this guy has guessed some stuff. So hopefully that one's true. Hopefully we'll get some more information there. Let me know if you guys believe that, or what you have, any thoughts about any of this stuff that, I talked about in this video. Leave a comment below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.